Okay. Good afternoon, Cast 7 guys. Look, first of all, I'm just excited about your energy, about retaining a brother who's trying to back out of the retreat right now. It's wonderful to see all of that energy. My question, because you guys are clearly doers, can we please channel some of that energy into going to the Cast service crew meetings? I'm making this video in response to a phone call that I got yesterday. A guy said, look, if you really want people to show up for the crew, you need to not make the meetings mandatory. I want to let you know, I hear that. I've been thinking about that since the very first one we ever did. And to compare us to the next closest retreat team meeting movement thing, I would compare us to the Acts Retreat. Now, if you want to team an Acts Retreat, before you even show up to your first meeting, you pay $250. You're in, you're financially in. And then you have 13 weeks of meeting and planning and formation. If you know ahead of time that you can't make one or two of the meetings, you're out. That's the way it goes in the retreat world. They need people who are ready. I didn't want to do that with our retreat. I wanted to be a little more lenient. I thought it'd be more attractive. And in doing so, I feel like I've essentially started selling Olympic gold medals for $3 and change, in the sense that anybody can just kind of get it. You can miss what you want, you can do what you want, show up however you want, and you'll still get a participation prize. And I don't know how that got lost in there, but it just did. But to go straight to the heart of why you need to be at these meetings, I just want to tell you a little bit about my Acts retreat that I made back in October of 2016. Essentially what happened was at our first table or small group or whatever they call them at the various retreats, a guy sits down, and this guy had had a vasectomy. Now, however you feel about vasectomies, I don't know, and it's not pertinent to this video. But this guy in particular knew that it was wrong, and he knew that he had done a great disservice to God. He personally, this is his words, not mine. He says, I feel like I've taken all the good things that God has ever given me, my wife, my kids, everything beautiful, and I've told God, F you, and I don't think he can ever forgive me for it. The leader at this at this Acts retreat, was an amazing man, a business owner who, if I said his name, you would all know it right now, I promise you. An amazing man. Starts trying to build him up, very Dale Carnegie, very type A business guy. Just starts trying to give him that, trying to coach him, enthusiasm. Problem is the guy overlooked completely that the man's suffering had a hole in his heart. No amount of positive energy, motivational speaking, encouragement was going to get this guy right. It was that leader's job to enter into compassion with this hurting man, to sit in the pain with him for a little bit. I hear you, I'm with you, I'm not going anywhere. And then, after standing with him, carrying his cross a little bit, once we get you on your feet, brother, I'm taking you to someone who can help. I'm gonna take you to Jesus. Or in my situation, because my leader really didn't know what to do, I stayed on him. Every break, I went to pray with him, to be with him, to listen to him, got his number before the end of the retreat, and then I actually attended another retreat with him. And this is a very specific retreat, dealing with people who have suffered the way that he suffered. So anyway, I want leaders at our retreat that aren't just good men, like the leader at my Acts retreat, a good man. But he couldn't offer this guy what he needed. He couldn't offer this suffering man what he needed, right? That's the first reason why I want you guys to come. You got to be well-formed. I want to see you committed. It's important. We owe it to the retreatants. The other reason why is, let's just say there's a personality, it may be mine, maybe somebody else on the retreat that you don't really jive well with. I don't know. Got a lot of strong-willed people here. If you want to look at that guy with anything other than frustration, anger, whatever else you want to add in there, show up to every single meeting, and eventually you're going to hear his testimony. And you'll know exactly where this guy's coming from. You know exactly how he feels. You'll know why probably he is the way he is. And I think you'll be surprised at the amount of empathy and love God puts on your heart for certain people once you know who they are and where they're coming from. So that's my second plea to you. And then finally, I would just say to you, You know, I'm still not trying to be rigid. In fact, if you were at the last meeting, you noticed that I wasn't there. I was actually at my wife's 21st birthday, she wants you to believe. No, I was at my wife's birthday, and I couldn't make it. I get it. You know, that's probably the one that I'm going to miss. The week before that, I did miss my little girl's birthday, my little Grace's birthday, and I'm probably going to miss a father-daughter dance during the actual cast retreat. That's okay. That's okay. I know that God has called me to this. I prayed about this, and this is what I'm going to do. So, brothers, I'm saying that if you've missed a meeting or two or all of them thus far and you want to be involved, from this point forward, it's forgiven. It's done. Come on. I want you. We need you. But please don't miss any more. You owe it to the guys coming to see a group of people who are spiritually formed like a well-formed baseball player. No matter what play hits the diamond, everybody knows exactly what they're doing. We need that from you on a spiritual level. When you see a man hurting, you know exactly what to do. Double plays all day, right? And then also just for personality-wise, when you know there's a guy on this retreat, I can't believe I'm gonna have to sleep next to, cook next to, clean next to, pray with this guy. Come to the meetings, and your heart will likely be flooded with love for this guy. So anyway, my point is I love you. I pray that I haven't done you a disservice and not putting more importance on attending the meetings, or at least being too lenient on it. But I want you here, and the team needs you here, and the retreatants need you here. I love you. See you Thursday.